It's me, Evan Marchand. Welcome back to another video. Today, if you've read the title correctly, you know exactly what's happening today, but this is kind of going to be my 1K special. I was mentioning in the last video that I wanted to do a 1K special, and I had done a 1K special stream. And one thing that a lot of you guys were asking for was a Funko Pop collection tour, whatever, video. So I thought that's what I would do. In my room tour video, I kind of brushed past all of those because I have a lot of them. As you can see, they're all there. And there was some here, but obviously I've moved them for the video because I'm going to show those ones first. And yeah, a lot of you wanted it, so I thought today, for the 1K special, let's do that. Because I feel like I'm not probably going to be doing much more room tour type stuff because I don't really have that much to keep going. So I think it's worthy of a, you know, special or whatever. But at this point, I'm just yapping, so might as well just get into it. The first one I'm going to talk about today, this is the newest ones I got. And they are the Supersonic and Super Shadow Funko Pops. I love these guys. They're flocked, so they're like fuzzy. For those of you who've seen Sonic 3, obviously you know at the end of this movie, these two battling it out, and it's peak cinema. They're my newest ones. I got them probably 2 to 3 weeks ago. Nice. They're very new. The next couple we have are all from Deadpool and Wolverine. I have a couple more Deadpool ones that you'll see later, but the first one I have here is Wolverine. Love this one. I think it's a really good Wolverine pop. It's one of the better, more modern ones. The details on the suit are really sick. I was really hoping to get this Deadpool, but I could never find it. Instead, I got this one, which is still pretty cool. I mean, he's doing kind of like a very Deadpool-esque pose. Wow. Look at that shine on that thing. But I like this one because it's got the little head pool. I kind of like that about it. I like when they come with like the little buddies or whatever you want to call them. I don't even know. But next we have Kid Pool. Shout out to Twiggy. He bought me this. This was for my birthday. Remember, I think I told him that I wanted the Deadpool one. And I think this was him trying to buy the Deadpool one. But he said, I couldn't find Deadpool, so I got the Kid Pool, but it's still sick. Next up, this is my next kind of collection that's over there. Usually you'd see the 3 pops there. They are my Brooklyn Nine-Nine Funko Pops. This show's peak. Probably like one of the first. No, that's actually not true at all. I was gonna say it's one of the first sitcoms I watched, but it's actually not. I love this show. This show is like so funny. Andy Samberg's like probably one of my favorite like SNL people of all time. It's my in a box. And so I was stoked when they came out for Christmas. My cousin got me 3 of them. And so they got me this one, which is Jake Peralta, obviously is my favorite character. They got me Amy Santiago. This one's pretty cool too. I love it. Out of the 3 that I have, 2 of them are Jake and Amy. And then this one might honestly be my favorite, Captain Holt and Cheddar. Like I was saying, I like the little buddies, and Cheddar's is so iconic to the show, and Captain Holt is a G, so.
He's not getting away! He took my dog! Ah, I see you have a knife, but what you need is an umbrella. Tell him why. Tell him why. Because there's a storm gonna rain down on you, punk. You took the wrong fluffy boy!
I will say it's hard to mess up the hair for him because he barely has any, but they kind of nailed it. It looks just like him. Next one we have is out of the box. I think I showed this one in my room tour video, but this is Puss in Boots. Obviously, as you know, if you've been around the channel for a while, love me some Puss in Boots. The Last Wish is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just so good. The animation's great, the story's great, this is great. It's peak. It's just peak. This came out and I really wanted it and I forgot to buy it again. But then I was in Montreal and I found it and it was like 1 and I was like, I gotta get it. So I bought it. So he just kind of sits on my box. He kind of sits on my desk out of his box. The next few that I have are pretty cool. These next couple are on my Gray Shrine, which you would have seen if you've watched the room tour video as well, but I have this Jack Skellington here. This one's also pretty new. Me and Grace, we went to EB Games one day, and we saw this Jack and this Sally, and if you guys had been following us for a really long time, you probably would remember that for Halloween last year, or no, in 2024, there you go, Halloween 2024, we dressed up as Jack and Sally, so that's kind of what makes it cool that we got the matching Funko Pops too, and I mean, I just love this movie and I love Jack Skellington, so I love skull imagery. The next one I have is even cooler. It's Funko Pops of Mean Grace. She got these customized for us for Valentine's Day. Funko has this thing where you can basically make yourself as Funkos, and that's what she did. Because the first time that we hung out, we designed them. So she went and bought them for real for Valentine's Day. I have a varsity jacket on, which is insane because I wear them all the time. It's pretty accurate considering that you had to pick from like just a couple things. So that's the first batch that I have. So I'll get the next batch and I'll be back in a sec.
12 seconds later.
Alright, for my next set of pops, I have my Star Wars ones. Most of them are Star Wars. I do have one here. This is Greninja. He also stays outside of his box just because he kind of looks cool. I kind of just keep him on my Lego NES, which would have been in the room tour, and I think he was there at that point, so you'd have probably seen him. But yeah, him and Puss in Boots are like the only two pops that I keep outside of their box.
Awesome!
Briefly, I got this little tiny Yoda that I also got in Montreal. Me and Grace just got mystery packs of these tiny little Funko Pops. Yo, can my focus come back, please? Thank you. She got Princess Leia, or actually I got Princess Leia and she got Yoda, and then we switched because I already have a big Princess Leia one, which you would know this if you've been on my channel for a while because I actually bought it in a vlog. I bought it in the Walmart vlog where we were looking for Pokemon cards. We didn't find any, so we ended up just buying Star Wars Funko Pops. But I bought Princess Leia. So go check it out if you haven't. The next one I have, it's a really old one that someone gave me. This is Yoda as well, but it's like the OG Yoda from... It's weird because everyone on this one is from episode 4. If you guys seen Star Wars, he doesn't have his lightsaber in the OG movies. So I'm not really sure why he's mixed with all these guys, but there he is. He's pretty cool. I like the green eyes on him. Next up we have... Honestly, if you guys watched the room tour video, you know Darth Vader is my favorite character in all of fiction. Darth Vader. This isn't a pop protector. I've been trying to get it out. I don't really want it in the pop protector, but someone bought it for me and it was in the pop protector when they bought it, and it's built differently, see here, so I really can't get it out, but it lights up and makes sounds, and I'll never get to hear them because
I literally can't get it out, but
it doesn't really matter because I try to keep the pop protector boxes to like the guys that are really special to me, and obviously, as you know,
Darth Vader is my favorite character in all of fiction.
The next one we have is Emperor Palpatine. This one's awesome. This one, it's made to look kind of like a comic book, and on the back it shows kind of like the source material for it, and it just looks so cool, man. Like, I always love the Star Wars ones because they have the cool bases. And Palpatine has a cloak on, and I don't know what it is, but the ones with the Star Wars characters and they have cloaks, it's just great.
It's just, oh, Lil Wayne, he's just too good.
Next up, we have Remnant Stormtrooper from The Mandalorian. I got this in a kind of like big, what are those things called? Like a box? Where they give you like a bunch of stuff. Like I got like a sticker, a pin, and like a badge thing, like a sew-on badge. So that's where this comes from. It's so cool, man. Like the Stormtrooper pops are always awesome. And I just love the dudes with the helmets on. Yeah, I also love The Mandalorian. That show is awesome, and the new movie's coming out soon, so I'm excited to see that. Personally, I think it should have ended at season 2. At the end of season 2, I think that was when they should have just completely ended that story, but you can't make money if there's no show or movie, right? So the last Star Wars one I have here, and I think this is just the last Star Wars one I have, period, I'm pretty sure. Paz Vizsla, I think is how you say his name. He's also from The Mandalorian. And this one, he has like a little like shiv thing. He's pretty cool. Like I said, I love when the pops with like the helmet guys in Star Wars are just so cool, and the Mandalorians are awesome. And these two came in the Mandalorian GameStop exclusive box or whatever. So the next one we have is a Marvel one. I have a lot of Marvel ones. This one I have is Doctor Doom, but it's from this like mech strike, and I think it's a game. But this was given to me, I want to say, randomly. For a while they had these at like the dollar store or something, I think maybe, and people would just like buy me them and they just show up in my room. So I think that might have happened with this one. I'm not sure 100%. I just know for a fact like I didn't buy this one myself, but it is pretty cool. The last one we have here is Dr. Mindbender from G.I. Joe. Once again, this is another one that I kind of got as a gift, but my dad grew up loving G.I. Joes. It's one of the first retro toys they did, as you can see with the number here, but I think he's pretty cool. I don't really follow G.I. Joe, so I don't really know anything about this character at all, but he's pretty sick. He kind of looks like an evil Monopoly man. But yeah, since I don't really know much about him, that's all I really have to say. I'm gonna get the next batch.
Eventually.
Alright, this next batch I think is probably some of my favorite pops because they just all go together really nicely.
This guy stinks!
And they are, of course, the Ninja Turtles, bruh. Yeah. Big fan of the Turtles. Been following my channel for a while. You have probably seen in the background of my videos above my TV, there's like a big pizza box and 4 little boxes. Those are all Ninja Turtle action figures in a pizza box. You'll also know that from the room tour video. Yeah. I'd always wanted Funko Pops for the Turtles, but obviously since they are a set, I never wanted to just only have like Leo or Mikey or like 3 and miss 1. Like that's like a nightmare to me. Luckily, because she's so great, Violet, for my birthday, my 18th birthday, she bought me literally all of the Turtles from the new movie, the Mutant Mayhem movie that just came out, which I saw and loved.
Oh, it's like that service or something. I'll see you tonight. Who's got no risen now?
That's what I'm talking about.
This shit means something to me, man.
So that's Leo. He's my boy. He's my favorite. Yeah. And then we have, of course, Donnie, which might be my favorite of the Funko Pops, aside from Leo. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Leo for me. But the Donnie Funko Pop is sick. And Mikey, of course, you know, you gotta love the party dude. Yeah. His pop's sick too. Honestly, this whole set is super cool. And then lastly, of course, we got Raph. He's pretty awesome. So Violet, that one year, literally bought me all of these. Of course, we also have to have Splinter, which I bought for myself.
Okay!
I went to like Walmart 2 days later and I saw a Splinter and I was like, yeah, I'll pick him up. Yeah. I am missing April O'Neil and Superfly, and I had the opportunity to get them and I didn't, which I kind of regret sometimes. Just because I could have got them for not even that much money and I would have had the whole set. But it is what it is. I have the Turtles, I have Splinter. It's fine. And then I also have the same guy who got me the Yoda also had these 2 Turtles, which I almost gave to Violet because she kind of wanted them. And then I was like, nah. They're too cool. I need to keep them. These are the OG Turtle Pops. And I always wanted them growing up, but I could only ever find like 1 or 2. But now I have at least 2 of them, which is fine because I have the whole set here. So anything that's like additional now is totally fine to me. I'll get the next batch probably honestly just on the video here. Because how my shelves work is that I have like a row and then a row behind. So I'm gonna get the row behind now. Alright, lots of Christmas ones here. We got Gingerbread Batman. Around Christmas time, I actually will take these out of their boxes and I'll put them downstairs in my kitchen just to display them. Yeah! Only around Christmas time though. Every other time of the year, they are completely behind my Ninja Turtle ones. The next one we have is Deadpool. This is the original Deadpool. I really like this one. I've taken this one out of the box a couple times and it just feels really smooth and it's pretty cool. It's got a bobblehead and it bobbles pretty nicely, I guess. The next one we have is Sleepover Deadpool. I don't love this one because I just find like the teeth on it are weird, but I do like the PJs. I think it's pretty cool. The unicorn's pretty funny, very like fitting for the movie if you've seen it. Next one we have is another Christmas one, Gingerbread Iron Man. This one's sick. The little like frosting that it's boosting off the ground with looks awesome. Yeah. Next we have, which my aunt gave me, the Grinch. It was hers for a while and then she gave it to me. It's a pretty awesome one. I don't tend to display this one around Christmas outside of the box, but I will turn it and show it. I will show it to everybody just because like he's cool, but this year I might just do it anyway. It's the Grinch, guys. You gotta love the Grinch. And lastly, I have another Gingerbread one. I have Gingerbread Captain America. I love the shield on this one. I also have the Captain Marvel one, but there's no room for it on my shelves. So I just leave it in the box with all my Christmas stuff. And it's another one that I display during Christmas time. Great! I'm gonna get the next batch now. I just shook my whole table. That was crazy.
6 hours later.
Alright, this next shelf is another one of my favorite shelves. I'd say it's got a little bit of everything. Yeah! But I'll start it off with the stuff that's behind, so you wouldn't have probably seen this in the room tour video, but I have here a Robin from Teen Titans Go. This is like a really old one. I watched a lot of Teen Titans Go growing up with my sister, and we really enjoyed that, so this is kind of a cool one to have. Yeah. The next one I have is Wonder Woman. The same person who bought me the G.I. Joe one bought me this. It's pretty cool. It was part of a collection that released a bunch of different versions of Wonder Woman. More of a Marvel guy than DC, personally, so that's why these to me are kind of like hidden behind, because I still think they're cool, but obviously the other stuff I have, which you'll understand why these ones are put behind when you see. This one must be from either like a comic book or something called a Twist of Fate, but it's pretty cool. Wonder Woman's kind of like a pretty iconic character in general, so it's cool that I have a Funko Pop of her. Yeah. The next DC one I have is The Flash, who's probably like my favorite DC character. This is a GameStop exclusive one. It's more metallic than the original one, which is cool. Another DC one I have that I got the same exact time was Blue Beetle, and this one glows in the dark. I think the aesthetic of the box is pretty sick. I enjoyed this movie, and I think the pop is cool and it's really shiny, as you can see. Honestly, it's shinier than the Flash one is, and that one's supposed to be like metallic, so it's kind of confusing to me, but out of all my DC ones, this is probably my favorite. Yeah. And the last DC one I have, which I actually do put in the front kind of, I think I put it on its side, but spoiler alert, it's Batman.
This is where I watched my parents die, Parappa.
And this is the first ever DC one of the first ever pops in general, actually. As you can see with the back, they don't even put the names of the characters on it, which they do now recently. So it's a really cool one to have in my collection, so I really like this one as well. Yeah. The next one I have here is my only other Pokemon one, and that is Arcanine, or Arcanine, or whatever you want to say. I don't really know. It's pretty awesome. Always love Growlithe Arcanine as well, because he's just like a bigger Growlithe, and that's just awesome. But yeah, love all the Pokemon ones. Funko kind of locks in with the Pokemon ones, and they don't really miss. Yeah. The next one I have is Bender from Futurama, which is another show I don't watch, but the same guy who got me the Yoda and all those old ones. It is still a sick pop though. I just think the old ones are kind of cool to kind of see the difference between them. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of a terrible example, but like how different they kind of are. Like even just the packaging, they look how much more professional and polished like the new ones are and stuff. So I think it's really cool to have all these in my collection. Oh, yeah. The next one we have, I really love this one. I got this one in Toronto when I went with Twiggy. Marvin the Martian, dude. I love Looney Tunes. Yeah. This is a Halloween one, and Funko, I find personally, always kills it with the Funko Halloween pops. Like some of my favorite pops they ever released were the Minnie and Mickey Halloween Funko Pops, man. Those were so cool. I love those. Yeah. And these ones kind of gave me like similar vibes, like even all the ones on the back here. But there was just something about the neonness, because obviously, as you guys know, I love my neons and like graffiti stuff, and this kind of just gave me those vibes, you know, like this is just such a cool one. Yeah. The last one I have here for ones I don't display right in front is Fred Flintstone. This is like the very first Funko animation pop. This is exactly the line that Marvin the Martian came from. And just to kind of show you, I bought this in 2024, 1,674, and this is #1. So this is like a really cool one to have in my collection. Obviously, as you can probably assume, the same guy who got me all those other old pops gave me this as well. Yeah. Alright, now we're on to the ones that I actually display right in front for everyone to see. I think these are like probably the most obvious choices for why I display these. #1 is Doc Emmett Brown. Not sure if I really talked about it much on this channel yet, but I'm a huge fan of the Back to the Future movies. They're some of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah. I got this with a shirt that was way too big for me, so Vod just kind of takes it as like a nightgown type thing now because it's that big. But I needed to get it because it just like the pop itself is so cool, and this one also glows in the dark. I never really tried it, so maybe I should try to look at these pops that glow in the dark. Yeah. This is another one I got in Toronto. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. As you guys know, I'm a big Jays fan. This is a really cool one that I got when I was actually at Rogers Center, which is where the Jays play. Yeah. Which makes it even more cool that I bought this at the Jays store in Toronto. It's probably my favorite player on the Jays. My World Series hat, which I'm not sure if I really showed to the camera, but I got his signature embroidered on it. So that's pretty sick. Yeah. Next up, Mugman. Now, this is a super cool one. Grace found this the other day at like, I think like Value Village, she said. But basically when she was thrifting, she found this, and this is just so sick. Like I was so excited the day she found that. Obviously, as you guys know, Cuphead's like one of my favorite games of all time. I used to always play as Mugman, so this was really cool for me to get. Yeah. But the box is pretty destroyed as it is. secondhand, and I actually did take it out of the box, and when I did, his foot fell off, so it's kind of destroyed and stuff, but it's kind of hard to tell when it's just like this, so that works because that's how I display it. But this is an awesome, one of my favorite ones that I have. So shout out to Grace because she bought that for me. I also have this little tiny Amy from Sonic that I got in one of the mystery pop boxes. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. This is my next pop that I have. This one's actually in a pop protector as well. Supersonic. This is one I bought for myself. I just think it's sick. I did buy the flocked Supersonic ones. He's in a different pose, and that one comes with Shadow, so probably would have just bought the Shadow if I was able to, because I'd already had this one, but I don't really care because it's just like, guys, it's Supersonic, like, it's so sick. And I think they also released one where he has the Chaos Emeralds, which is so cool, that I would have bought had I not had this one already, but it looks sick. And a really cool coincidence about this, maybe, it might not have been a coincidence because I kind of got this when Sonic 3 would have been in development. But the two characters on the back, spoilers if you haven't seen Sonic 3, on the back of this box, they have the two characters that they tease at the end of Sonic 3. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then the last pop I have is one of the more modern Sonic Funko Pops, which I got in Montreal with my Puss in Boots pop. I love it. It's so cool. Yeah. I'll get the next batch, and I think that might be the last one.
3 days later.
Okay, now the last shelf I have is all my Marvel Pops, except for two, which I'll show first. And those two are Lunch Lady from Lunch Ladyland, the SNL skit with Chris Farley. Yeah! My parents bought this for me on a trip to the US because we don't have a Target here. And then the other one that isn't Marvel is Neo from The Matrix. This one's pretty cool. This is, I think, from like the newest one. Yeah. The rest of these are all my Marvel ones. Now, I've kind of been losing interest in Marvel just because the stuff they've been putting out hasn't been the best.
None of these storylines make any sense. Is this working for you? Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Oh my God.
Right.
Thank you.
But obviously I always love my Spider-Man, and I love another set of stuff which you might know what it is. But they're the pops that are in the front, so I'll show them last. The ones that are in the back, I have Thor from Age of Ultron, which I also got from the guy who gave me a bunch of old pops. But yeah, this one's pretty sick. This side of them, they all have like a different color because I have another one from Age of Ultron 2, and that is Hawkeye, and his is purple. So I just think it looks really cool. It's a really cool color. Yeah. This one's pretty boring, if I can be honest. I mean, like, can you really blame it? It's Hawkeye, but the Thor one's super cool, and check that number out, dude. That's pretty sick. The other prop here I have is Ant-Man. I really like the Ant-Man movies. I don't really get a lot of like hate and stuff, but this one's really cool. Alright, the next one I have is Iron Man from Infinity War. This one's so cool, man. Yeah. He's like kind of like flying and stuff. This is just, I think, one of the coolest looking Iron Man Funko Pops. That movie's just awesome. Infinity War's so good. Yeah. Next one I have is Doctor Strange. This is from Multiverse of Madness, which I actually didn't mind. I think the biggest flaw with that movie is that everyone thought it was going to be something that it wasn't, which kind of sucks. This guy was kind of just in the movie for like 2 seconds in like a flashback scene, but the pop is super sick. Like, he kind of looks more like the Doctor Strange in like the comics. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, the last one here that I don't show off much, Gore the God Butcher, Thor Love and Thunder, is another one of those movies that gets a lot of hate, but if I can be totally honest, I didn't mind it. It was really annoying with the goat screaming and stuff, and the humor was like kind of not the best. Like, Christian Bale as Gore was so cool, and even though he like was kind of underutilized,
Damn! Nice vocab word.
when he was on screen, dude, he just stole the show. And I think honestly it has one of the best like sequences in any Marvel movie where they go to like, I forget what the place is called, but it's when everything's like black and white. That's such a cool scene. Yeah. These are the ones I display because, like I was saying at the beginning, like, there is some movies that still stick because they're kind of over now and they're not really gonna make any more of them, which I think is great because the third one ended perfectly in my opinion. And those are the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. They're my favorites. I have a bunch of pops from them that I show. There is one that I don't show just because I don't have enough room, but that is Adam Warlock from the newest movie, and I think this is honestly one of the most like accurate Funko Pops. Like, it just looks exactly like Will Poulter. Yeah. I have another one from the third movie, and that is Drax the Destroyer. He was great in this movie as well. He's super cool. I like the suit he's in. It would have been kind of cool to have one with him where he had his shirt off.
Hey, yo!
Just because he usually has it off and that's kind of like the iconic look for him, but I like this one. Yeah. The next ones I have are Christmas ones, and I actually don't display these at Christmas time, but I have Star-Lord and Mantis from the Christmas special, which I think I also got at the dollar store, or someone got for me. Now these last two are the best out of all of them. We got, of course, Rocket and Groot. The dancing Groot, to be more specific, I think it's awesome. As you know, I have a million Groot things in my room if you've watched my room tour video. Would you believe it? I picked out a Groot Funko Pop. I literally have right here, I have Lego version of this. I do find though the drawings on the back of this one translate so bad. Like Groot friggin' looks like he's on like Ozempic. It's pretty crazy. But and then of course I have my boy Rocket, dude. Like I love Rocket. He's my favorite character in the Guardians movies. Before I wrap this up, obviously I didn't get to the pops on my Spider-Man wall. That is because I did kind of touch on them in the room tour video. So if you wanna hear me talk about them, go check out my room tour video. Yeah. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. I know this wasn't probably much of a 1K special. I mean, the stream was kind of much more of a celebration for that, but I hope this is satisfactory for the 1K special. I don't really have much else I want to do at 1K. I have other ideas. My next big milestone, I'll probably either try to do a Q&A or something along the lines of like maybe reacting to old videos or something. But I just thought for the first milestone, this was a great way to celebrate because, like I said, my room tour videos, I think you guys are able to kind of learn a lot about me from them. Other than that, thank you guys so much for 1K subs. That's insane. Like I just like it, the fact that it happened so quickly. Like about a year ago was my first video on this channel, the AI trailers. If you guys were around for that, that's crazy. Yeah. Just thank you guys so much for making this channel what it is. You know, like I probably wouldn't still be doing these videos today if I didn't have all you guys like there watching them and subscribing and all that. Like that really does mean a lot to me. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much again. If you did enjoy it, leaving a like would be great, and if you're new, maybe consider subscribing. Yeah. This is not something I tend to do a lot of. I tend to do commentary and I stream games every Friday. So stick around for that. It's great. We have fun here. We have a chill time. We just chill out and we have a great time. Yeah. As always, keep it breezy, guys. You guys are the best.